Yeah, so recently Taiwanese people, because they watch the news and then they are so worried about what is going on in the UK. So that's why we are trying to make this video. Boris is saying we should stay at home and then we should fight the virus by ourselves. We need to build our own immunity to fight the virus. How do you think about that?
Yeah, it's challenging. I think it's a judgment call. I think for every country and however they're, I guess, the culture intersects with it, they need to make a judgment call on what you think's the best way forward.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have no doubt that he's listening to all the best advice from the professionals to understand that are obviously, building the idea about, look, this is what the prognosis of what could happen, worst case scenarios, best case scenarios, and it's taken that on board. I think that initial speech is clearly, it appears to have set its tone, perhaps, in how it's being viewed in media over in Taiwan.
Yeah.
That we've got to be prepared that there will be deaths. But I think that was more setting the tone, perhaps, of how serious it was going to be. I think even now we're not quite sure where it can go, but certainly at that time we're not sure how serious it was going to be. So I was just making people aware that this is something that,
something's coming.
Concerning, but at the same time, you don't want to scaremonger. You want people to become very, very, very fearful, which obviously has happened, as we've seen through panic buying, and that's the only thing that's caused shortages is the people that have went out to buy things. It's not the supply chain is absolutely fine. Hospitals right now, everything is okay, but it's just it's that bit of scaremongery that did happen, I think, because of it.
Boris is saying we are using the herd immunity to fight the virus. If the UK is using a herd immunity, which means they are 60% or 70% of the population will infected by a virus, and then the death rate is 2%. So which means there is about I don't know. So there are many people they will die. Just like you say, so it's probably it's the best way in the UK, because if Boris is saying, okay, so right now we close down everything, the people they will do panic shopping, and and probably the things will beyond the control. For example, NHS, because we know it's before the coronavirus, the NHS is already in very intensive situation. In the beginning, if the Boris was saying the situation is bad, then many people they will go to hospital, and NHS cannot take care of too many patients. So that's why I think Boris in the beginning saying, if you are not too serious, you can stay at home, because we are short of doctor. Later he closed the bar, restaurant, and hospital. So which means the government is doing step by step, and then try to delay the spread, or it's try to contain the situation. The difference between the UK and the Taiwan is also culture. In the UK, if the government tell the people do not travel, do not go to the school, and then British and the UK people they will feel angry.
So I think you're right. I think that's it. It's been a step-by-step process, from containment, then more approaching the lockdown phase, and as you've seen, the government, have advised people not to go to public bars, to clubs, and then they make the move several days later to say, well, no, actually, it needs to be closed down. So I think that's been a kind of a pattern of action. Has been first, here's the advice, and then, soon after, okay, this is the action that we're going to take. So I think you're right. I think for British people, they're not going to react necessarily very well to, this is what you must do, and we're telling you this is what you have to do straight away. I think it takes a bit of a process to get used to that idea and to buy into it, and be obviously very self-driven and autonomous, that like this is something that actually I'm doing by choice. You know, and perhaps it's just a different relationship that we have with the government, whereas perhaps in Taiwan, I know in Singapore, you know, very early on, the president said, look guys, we don't need a panic buy, supply chains are there, then straight away the panic buying stopped. I think that's, in the UK, would be difficult,
it's not okay.
to replicate, just due to the way people will react to what they're told.
Yeah, in Taiwan, you know, it's like because you have been like Taiwan and then you live there for 1 year. Hospital system and the doctor nurse is like very good in Taiwan, and then many like Taiwanese people, they say like NHS is doing nothing to help British. And how do you think about that?
I think probably the initial phase is maybe not as a lack of preparation, but obviously there needs to be that preparation time kind of to get all, obviously we need to, at the start we couldn't test people, we've obviously developed that. I think pretty straight away, it became, obviously call the GP rather than come in, because obviously it's a highly spreadable disease, infectious disease. So in that case, so I think obviously everyone in the country knows that they can call their GP. They're not going to get turned away, that they're going to be able to get tested. Obviously still expanding the capabilities of testing more, but everyone knows they can get tested. Right now there's obviously the concern about, look, if we peak with cases, can we do we have enough equipment to deal with that? Do we have enough of the breathing equipment that we need? But I think pretty early on there was that not called ours, but an open kind of discussion with companies and say, look, if you can change your production to actually produce these ventilators, then please reach out to us if you can do that. So I think I have no doubt that we're in this preparation almost time now where we're getting things built, we're getting things brought in. I know in terms of supply chain wise, we are bringing things in and producing it ourselves, so that we've got obviously all the doctors and nurses ready for their own protection as well, so that that they're safe and that people can be treated. But I think the key thing, I think everyone is now, penny has dropped for everyone, that we need to socially distance from one another, make sure that we're not going out of our way to spread this, so that we can bring down that peak and keep it to a level that the NHS can deal with.
Yeah, actually, it's like because it's like happened like very quickly. NHS probably they are not very well preparing because of Brexit. After Brexit, and then some impact on NHS. But I believe the government is doing the best as they can to help. NHS. So they are creating they are recruiting more nurse, and then they are recruiting more doctor. Yeah, and then So
I think I know that people that are due to finish their nursing qualifications. They've been asked to start early. People that have left for I think up to 3 years, I think they've been asked perhaps to come back, do some retraining. So there is that the time is
they try to fill the gap
right now to prepare. But I've got every faith, and I think British people in general have every faith that is happening, that we're preparing in the right way, because we're in a situation where perhaps we've seen what it's like for other countries that had to deal with it first, and we've had the opportunity to learn from those situations and apply that learning and get the country prepared in case of that eventuality. That obviously appears that's likely going to come.
And also it's and there's a video, it's a retailer like Asda or Sainsbury, they try to give some time period for elderly people, and they can go into the store first and then to do the shopping. So what I can see here, private company like Asda, Sainsbury, Tesco, they are also try to help this situation. So maybe the news is look like UK is not like 100% prepared, but I believe the government and everyone, they are trying to help this situation. So it's like so it's like a slogan. It's like together we can do it.
I think that's it. I think it's that you've got different levels. You've got what the government are asking you to do, what the councils have got their part to do, private businesses, the actions that they can take, and then what individuals can do just to look out for your neighbour. So, there's not going to be a silver bullet that's one action is going to fix it all, but if there's different levels and there's different leadership across different.
这无疑是一场全球的灾难，但在这最黑暗的时刻，却也看见了人性的光辉。像是零售业者推出年长者的消费时段，有些机构推出了免费的线上资源，让居家防疫与隔离的朋友度过这些日子。政府亦推出很多补助方案，让冲击尽量减低。也有很多台湾人在赠送口罩及防疫相关用品。很多朋友在犹豫思考着要不要回台湾。人们怀着梦想来到英国，却被这一场疫情打乱了。面对着家人与朋友的关心，让许多异乡游子萌发了想回家的念头。面对未来各种不确定的因素，心里彷徨着不知该如何决定。我们的行李都装满了远赴他乡的梦想，回不回台湾没有对与错，但不管是留还是走，永远有个家，名字叫台湾。